How's it going, everybody? Happy Wednesday. I do hope you're all keeping very well. We're halfway through the week, and the stream gremlins are in full force this evening. But hopefully we won't let that ruin the flight that we're going to try and do here this evening. We're in the Grand Canyon, of all places, and we're going to take off from a little airport known as Monument Valley. Uniform Tango 25. Are we ready? Are we sure? So I do hope you guys are all keeping very well. We started, then we didn't, then we started, then we really didn't, and now we're started. I hope you guys are keeping well. So who's here with us? We have Thatcher XD, good evening to you. Jake Body is here. The Mexican is here, good evening to you. Daza, how are you, Daza? Benny P. Vic is here. Fergus Riley, welcome aboard. Kenneth Fitzpatrick, Graham Woodcock. Tony is here. Ailerons into the wind, good evening to you. Sally Barron is here. Philip Breen. Who else? I think I said Fergus Riley. If I didn't, hello again, Fergus Riley. Geekburn Lee is here. Chance over on Twitch, how are you? David Shanahan, Ben McClure. Have you nowhere else to be on a Wednesday? Daniel M is here, good evening to you. Scott Briggs, good to see you, dude. The Z Tree is here. Hey Murph, am I rolling alone tonight? No. So I thought I'd do the first leg hand solo until I figure out that I can get my sim working the way I want it. I've been tinkering with it late this afternoon, a couple of settings to kind of squeeze a few FPS out of it, and they seem to be working. But by doing so, I broke literally everything else. But it's grand. Mike is here, good evening to you. Keane O'Connor is here. The Mexican says, I got my scotch ready to go. Well, cheers and sláinte, and here's to good health. Tasty beverage. Cool. So our flight plan for this evening, let me see now if this will work. If I do this thing over here, Murphy, you're a genius. Now you're a genius. UT25 over to U96, not the U-boat, and then down to KPGA, also known as Page. Then I found a little airport called U30, or Uniform 30, and it's called Temple Bar. I said we have to check out Temple Bar. And then we're going to ramble into McCarran, because why not? Shane O'Grady is here. I've got my 8-ball on me. Nice. So the plan is we're going to do UT25 up to U96. We're going to do a landing over in Page Municipal. Then we'll jump it on over to the multiplayer. And we're going to fly then multiplayer from Page Municipal over Temple Bar and then down into McCarran for kind of a sunset approach into Las Vegas. Just to see what all the hype is about. Do you know? It's no O'Connell Street, but we'll take it. So the aircraft that we're choosing for this evening, we're in our old trusty reliable steed, the Cessna 172 with the steam gauge. And our tail number for this evening, we can kind of see it. Echo India, Juliet Oscar Romeo. As a salute and a tip of the cap to Echo India from last week, who gifted a number of subs. Daniel says, I'm sure you've checked out Temple Bar before. Yes, I have. I have been known to frequent the area. Kane O'Connor says, can you fly over Ennis? We can, but probably not tonight, because we're literally on the other side of the planet. But sometime. Rhino7 is here. How are you?
Hey, good morning.
Stuart Payne says, Twitch seems to not like me, as the J fella has just subscribed. Many thanks, Joe. Yes, there could be all sorts of stream bugs and stuff, but we won't let that bring us down. Hopefully everything's working the way it should be working. And if there's any problems, just, well, start shouting at the screen uncontrollably, and I might hear you. That is the plan. So this neck of the woods, we'll notice our altitude is actually quite high, as Robin has just slipped into the stream. Good evening to you. So we're going to jump down into our little Cessna here. So we got full fuel. We're going to put in our fuel shut-off valve. And as you can see, according to the real weather and our barometric pressure, we're over 5,000 feet, which is crazy. Shane O'Grady HD has just subscribed. Many thanks, Shane. So we're kind of high up, and we need to be careful because we need to be very particular with our mixture. Who else is here? Fortunato Nardons is here. Hope you're having a good day. Safe flying. Many thanks, my dude. It's all good. I did that to my boss on Teams earlier, Murph. That's quite okay, Stuart. Status from Xbox One release has been changed from unknown to soon. I know, right? So we're all in kind of deep anticipation for the new update due to release tomorrow. And with that, we're told there will be some sort of optimizations made. I don't know if you guys, if you're over on the Discord, I'll drop a little link in here. I think it was Colonel Fork who put up a link over to, I think it's Jay's 2 cents, and he did a very good video on how to kind of squeeze the FPS out of your machine. And so far it seems to work. Anyway, let's turn on our batteries, shall we? And we'll get our beacon and nav lights on. And our parking brake should be on. It is now. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to power up the engine, we're going to taxi over this neck of the woods here, and then we're going to blast out. And let's see how the old Grand Canyon is represented. Kenneth asks, any helicopters on it? I don't believe so, not yet. But if there is, we'd be laughing. We need a good turbo aircraft. Well, TBM is quite good. If they fix it, that'll be the hope. Michael Clark is here. He says, when you fly inside the Grand Canyon, you will experience a whole lot of updraft. Watch out. Duly noted. Father Ted House another day, asked Shane. Actually, we'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. Skyfly Bry is here. Good evening to you. Many thanks for joining us here tonight. I do hope you're all having a decent Wednesday. Wednesday is the sort of time in the week where you're saying, ugh, it's Wednesday. Like if you work Monday to Friday, and if your weekend only starts on a Wednesday, well then, good for you. But if it doesn't, we're just like, just get the week and... So I'm at that stage whereby it's Wednesday and it's just like, get the week kind of there. So we get our trim set here to take off. So we're just going to... Well, we'll start and turn. Johnny, you have the night off, but thanks for playing. So, going to get our mixture set to almost fully rich. Well, we can probably go full rich with the fuel pump. Get a bit of fuel rushing in. Skyfly Bry, I will come join you. Sure, going to be joining multiplayer flights down at Kilo Papa Golf Alpha, also known as Page Municipal. Stuart says, he ain't joking, Murph. The updrafts are insane. We shall see. Andy Henderson is here. Which server are you on? Northeast, I will be. Freshborn Rider is here. Hello. Night shift just got a little bit better. Happy flying. It's great to hear. I do hope we are keeping you company. Now, I've just kind of flooded the engine, but shh, say nothing. It's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. We got away with it. Okay, so we're going to go clear prop. And we have a start on our wonderful engine. Go ahead, get some lights on. We're not too worried about that now at the moment. Alternator can come on along with our avionics. This kind of all looks decent. We're going to go to GPS mode. And we'll jump down here to a little Garmin. And we'll have a look at our flight plan, shall we? So we're going to go to UT25, U96 and KPGA. That'd be the plan. We're kind of heading northwest and then southwest. It's grand. Now our altitude, because we're kind of high here, we're going to be going for about 7,500 feet. Well, we'll go 6,500 feet. Because despite your words of caution, we're going to probably go into the canyons here and let's see what we can see. Get some lightage on as well, because even though it's the afternoon, there's a couple of shadows about. Here we go, nice and bright. We can kind of see what's going on now. Ryan says, Shannon Airport is in the game. It is. Alan Brogan is here. He says, hi Murph. Hello Alan. Hope you're keeping well, dude. Positive Rate is here. Good evening to you. He says, I'm here. You're there. How are you? Keane O'Connor says, I spray paint planes in Shannon. I do hope that's a profession and not acting the devil. But either way, I approve. So we're looking good in here. Taxi lights and all this good jazz are on, so we're going to head and turn off. Going to go ahead rather. Parking brake to off. Get a bit of sounds up here so you guys can hear it. So we'll go the long way around. Not to hit poor old Johnny there. Don't mind us, we're just, you know, taxiing around the place. Now don't hit that because, well, that looks more expensive than our little plane. So we'll go in front of him. Angry Rook is saying he's been waiting ages to get into Carlo. As Maeve64 is now following. Many thanks. I hope you're having a pleasant Wednesday. And let's see what it all happens. Mind the plane there, Murph. He says, I work below in Shannon for IAC. Nice, dude. What's it been like there for the last couple of weeks? Or4M is here. He says hello. Or4M, Fake Billy, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Jake Body says, hey Murph, how you been? Well, it's Wednesday. And, well, we're here. So it's so far so good. How are you keeping, Jake? X-Apron is here. Evening, Captain Irish. How you doing today? Very well, my friend. I hope you're keeping well, Hampus. Been busy. Busy in work. Now, I imagine we're going to need some sort of takeoff flaps. Just for the sheer and utter crack of it. So we want to zoom this in. Yes, yes, yes. Runway heading. 1 notch of flap. 3 of them and 4 of them. And let's go. So mixture. It'll be out a little bit. We're looking for optimum power here. As we're checking on our RPM. Your mixture will kind of dictate how high your RPMs will go. We're looking kind of half decent. Airspeed is pretty much alive. We're coming up on 50 knots. We're getting light. There's 55 knots. We're getting very light. And we're airborne. Nice. So we want to be a little bit careful. Hold this angle. Let our speed increase a little bit. We're going to be looking for about 70 knots on the initial takeoff out of here. We're going to go altitude mode on our transponder. As I try and figure out this mixture, that looks a little bit more healthier. It's like half mixture. Come on, Betsy, you can do it. Just pure thoughts. Pure thoughts. X-Apron says, keeping busy is the best way of staying alive. Yes, it is. Shane O'Grady. Well, I've a better job than that. I've nothing on my job. What's on your job? Keen O'Connor, quite enough. Not many planes in with the pandemic. Chris Kerry is here. Hi again, Murph. How are you, Chris? Mac McHen is here. Good evening to you. And as we watch our flight plan here, we're very slow to climb, but that's okay. Our pandemic weight is having some sort of an impact, but we're grand. Lots of flaps can come in, and we'll maintain this rate of climb. Steady now. We have a bit of wind. The weather here isn't too bad, but we do have a bit of a crosswind. Nothing major. And we're using the real world weather, so hopefully that all turns out just nice. So what we're going to do, we're going to see if a little autopilot works. We're going to go to nav mode, autopilot on. We're going to go to altitude of 6.5. Arm that. Arm that. And we're going to go up, we say a climb rate of 300 feet. And no more, because I'm afraid of the old speed. Aidan Darley Aviation is here. Go on, Murph. Give her plenty to get going. Benny P says, hi Murph, could you please elaborate a bit more on the new 79 gig update? They will focus on bugs and fixes, or will it include an update on scenery? Yes, so there is a bit more scenery coming. There's a number of areas whereby they had kind of scenery disappear into mesh, so they will be correcting that. So that's all good, positive news. Mainly bug fixes, that's the main priority, and also a bit of optimization. That's what they were going for. So we shall hope the update fixes it. You're doing a group for flight after this, asked Stuart. We surely are, Stuart. Once we get down to Kilo, Murphy's phonetic alphabet. Kilo Papa Golf Alpha. When we land there, we're going to Janie. Now, Murph, that was cutting it kind of close. Be grand, lads. We're in control of this. It's utterly fine. So once we get down to Page Municipal, we'll start up the group flights. Daniel says, did you see the hurricane about to batter the US early tomorrow morning, our time, Irish time that is? Yes. Looks crazy. So it'll be interesting to see how the sim can actually depict that. I'm looking forward to some of our American friends over that neck of the woods, if they can get up there for a couple of flights and share the information on Discord. That'll certainly be interesting to see. When is the first update from Microsoft, says Patrick Cullen. Good evening, Patrick. Due out tomorrow, Patrick. We're hoping. Alan Mead is here. Good evening to you. Ian Bennett says, Murph, thoughts on Phil Hogan's departure? Well, I shall leave politics to the politicians and that, but
Appreciate the comeback, good buddy.
As Colonel Fork is raiding with a party of 2. Good evening to you, Colonel. Many thanks for joining us, dude. I hope you had a good stream, my friend. And you're very welcome along. I don't know how good or bad or, well, let's just see what happens here, shall we? We're flying to a big rocky place with loads of mountains. It's a relatively small canyon in comparison to what we have in Ireland. Even though you guys went out and called it the Grand Canyon, we'd have the like of this probably in the back of the Burren, or certainly in the Kilfenora. But if you want to call it grand, Ireland would probably fit into the Grand Canyon at least once. So we shall see. Where are we at now? So, Skyfly Bryce says, keep a lookout for my username. I surely will. Go on, Murph. Got a few people in here now. I can't see it because my machine is acting up, but I believe there are 90 people watching over on YouTube and 8 people over on Twitch. That's 98 people. Imagine if you all came round for dinner. As we're at 6,500 feet, and yeah, hopefully the stream is behaving itself. Sparker in VR, beg your pardon. He says, hi, I see you're at the cannon. Indeed. Stuart Payne says, okie doke, I'll get loaded up. Nice. Pixel Chaser says, hi, what's with the orange glasses? As Andy Murphy has donated 1 through the super chat. Many thanks, Andy. Very kind of you, dude. So the orange glasses, well, they're just kind of clear glasses. They're these anti-glare glasses. I got them free with my chair. Now, I paid full whack for the chair, so like there's no sponsorship there. I bought the chair, but they gave me a free pair of anti-glare glasses, and like they look horrendous. But I decided to wear them one night because I was getting like tired eyes. We'll make a song about that. Anyway, I wore them this one night, and my eyes weren't tired. They were actually grand. And ever since then, I kind of wear them when I'm streaming because I have a big TV, big 55-inch machine here, and your eyes get tired fairly quick, especially watching my flying. So yeah, ever since then. But I will get a different pair. I might get a blue tint just to kind of keep it strange, or I might go 1 orange and 1 blue just to really kind of keep things mad.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
As Daniel has just subscribed. Many thanks, Daniel M. Very kind of you. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside, and it is no way going to improve my flying skills, but it might. We have to wait and see. Andy Murphy, hey howdy hey, he says. Stuart says his pink ones are at the opticians. No comment. Spray painting aircraft, unless you're actually. Ethan Short is here. Good evening. Hope you're keeping well. Alan Mead says this is definitely a friendlier looking sky than the stormy one on Monday. Oh gotcha. The Storm Francis flight was epic. So we shall see. Wesley says, what's the ETA to KPGA? I'd say about 30 minutes, give or take. Philip Breen says, did you turn down some graphics to help FPS? a little smidge. Nothing on mainly on the visuals. I turned the clouds down from ultra to high, and I've also messed around with some power profiles for my RTX 2080, and so far so good. I think I'm going to need it once we get into Vegas. That was the idea behind it, just for tonight's stream. We'll have to wait and see. Robin asks, will Xbox players be able to play with PC players? That is their plan. Mike says they're Bono glasses. Maybe. Stuart says, if they optimize Microsoft Flight Sim anymore, my system is going to push it through the roof. Nice. Scott Briggs says, Murphy, do you recall the band Cactus World News? I've heard of them. I would like to know more. Mark Intel is here. He says, hey Murph, hope all is well. Have you checked out the Fulcrum yoke yet? They just started production and are taking pre-orders. As Bartman7490 has just subscribed. Many thanks, my dude. I hope you're keeping well. From what I understand, it's going for around $350 to $400. It looks good. I haven't checked it out, Mark, but I will now. We'll 100% check it out. Thanks for explaining. Do they distort the colour of the sim though? No, they don't. No, it depends. They might give it the slightest tint, but it's negligible. You can't really see it. So it's all awesome. Let me see. Many thanks, Colonel Fork. Very kind of you, my friend. Gifting the subs. Thanks so much, dude. I hope you're having a pleasant day. Right, we're approaching the canyon here, and things are starting to get kind of nice out there. But we'll jump out now in a second and have a look. Aidan asks, are you on Twitch? I am. Murphy out there looking like Bono. Yeah, I don't sound like him though. Well, no I don't. A couple of more whiskies and I'd be like the Edge. Are you waiting for the Nvidia 3000 series and will you buy it when released? Asks Agent Ice 007. Good evening to you, my dude. I don't know yet. I think the RTX 2080 is a 2080i or Ti is a serious machine. Give it time. There will be more drivers that will optimize the bejeebus out of it. Skyfly Bright says, can you bring up your ViaForm app so we can have a gawk? We can. So, we're at UT95 heading to U96 and then turning southwest down to KPGA. That's the plan. And there is kind of weird colours in the canyon, don't get me wrong, just like bits of green or whatever else. But from photos, it's actually fairly close to the real life. So I'm told. So we'll have to wait and see. Sparkin VR says, I have a Fulcrum on pre-order. Nice. As Aidan Darley is now following. Many thanks, Aidan. I hope you're keeping well, dude. Boeing 21159 is here. Good evening to you, pal. He says, can you see a Hoover Dam over there? Not yet. But give it time. Let's see. The plane is actually bumpy already going over. Did you see that stutter? Going over the canyon, it's a little bit bumpy. But we'll see. Where the flaps at, says Shane. Flaps are up. What's the blue tint on the rocks? Unsure. Wow, look at the bumps here. They actually do simulate updrafts. Nice. Philip says, am I on the whiskey tonight? Am I on the whiskey tonight? I am. Cheers. Good point, really think a piece for card. Good evening again, says Agent Ice. No problem, dude. Shane O'Grady says, are you actually a pilot, Murphy? You know a lot about the planes. I'm not an actual pilot, no. I've done a small bit of real world flying, a couple of hours in a Cessna 172, but not much. But I'm humbled that I could, like, if I wore the gear, and the, you know, I had the earphones, but if I wore the gear, I might pull it off. You have to get the aviators out for that, though, and a scarf. And then grow a moustache and have a brandy. Bartman says, I found your channel last night. Great videos. I've 40 gig installed so far. Hang tough, dude. You'll get there. You're about maybe a third of the way there, but it's happening. That's good. Pixel Chaser says, I get disappointed with the area. So much of the textures are stretched over the land. Yeah, well, we'll check it out and see how it all goes. Keep a lookout for the Hoover Dam because I'm just about to land on the top of it. Nice. Ethan asks, are you selling those mugs as merch? Yes, I am. You can go to my merch page. Where's your merch page, Murphy? This is how prepared I am. Hang on, let's find it. Let's see now. So if we do this, no results found. Well, that's no good, is it? Where did I have that? Think, Murph, think. Log in. I'm not a robot. Let's see if this works, shall we? Listings. Two-tone Murphy merch. Now, let us see. Share this design. Copy. Into the chat. The Colonel has just put up the link because he's much faster than I am. But it's grand. Aged I says, Murphy, why do you drink coffee? Why do you drink whiskey from a coffee mug? Because it looks more sophisticated. For relaxing times. Pixel Chaser says, can't wait for the gliders. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Mark says, hey Murph, one more thing about the yoke. They're going to have an interchangeable yoke, a 7.3, a 7.47. Take off one and put on the other one. Nice. That looks awesome, dude. James Whelan, good evening to you. He says, was playing F-18 Interceptor on the Commodore Amiga last week. Granted, it was released in 1988, but I can't believe how far things have come. Absolutely. It's nuts. It's crazy. Rustabet Scarf, remember him. Boeing 21159 says, are you arriving in Las Vegas or North Las Vegas? It'd be Kilo Lima Alpha Sierra, McCarran. That's the plan. Are you staying in this aircraft for later? Asked Stuart. Probably not. I'm going to pick something a little bit faster. Potentially the Caravan, or I might go for the Diamond 62. Anyway, we should be nearly ready to bank because we're in nav mode. Any minute there now, airplane. So at this stage, we put on some music and we disappear me, and we're going to hop outside as we come up to U96. So we're going to be turning left here and heading back towards the canyon. Keen O'Connor says, Murph, if I told you my name, you'd probably know who I am. Ethan says, put on a bit of you too, Murphy. How long must we sing this song? That's when you two, in about 20 years' time, change all their songs and go poetic. It'll be poetry. But I have to say, the sight of a Cessna 172 is always good. It was already burning, Colonel, and that was Billy. Brilliant, epic. That's okay, Colonel. We didn't start the fire. Wait, that was Billy. That's brilliant. That has made my evening. But on the plus side, you have got that song firmly stuck in my head. Ethan says, are you not using the G1000? Not at the moment. We're in the steamed version, which is always good. Good evening. All I can see is an emoji. But maybe that was the desired result. Well, I think this view does look nice though. And it should get very interesting once we get in there. That's the hope. Shane O'Grady asks, where are you from yourself, Murphy? Originally from Dublin. I married a girl from Kildare. I spent way too much time in County Kerry, and now I live in Tipperary. Ethan Short says, what music are you into, Murph? Pretty much all of it. And that's not trying to be a simple answer. I like me music. Graham Woodcock says, it's a long way to Tipperary. It is a long way to go. So quick check on everything. Our mixture is fairly leaned. RPMs are holding there 2500. We're kind of in the rental area, if it's obviously not our plane. Heading is looking decent, but we'll turn our heading bug just in case the autopilot decides to, well, simply have the crack with us. We're holding 6,500 feet at a speed of 110 knots. And we're doing about 120 over the ground. Fuel flow is good. The exhaust gas temperature is alright. Plenty of fuel. Temperatures and pressures all in the greens. Our vacuum is behaving, and our ampage is at neutral. Stuart Payne says, the older you get, the more information is going to come out when you say where you've been. Scott Briggs says, I'm huge into the Pogues. Yeah. Ian Bennett asks, what did you do to be banished to Tip? It's a long story. But it's all good. I do like it here. Ian says, you're hardly here, but it's the Premier County. I'll have you know, and they'll have us know. It's all gravy. 2 Bravo Mike is here. Must be an insane density altitude at that temperature. Oh yeah. And you'll notice it's going to start getting very bumpy. That looks pretty. Sean Lowe is here. Watched quite a few of your videos and they're keeping me ticking over until Friday when my PC arrives and I get on the sim myself. Nice one, Sean. It's going to be fantastic. Stephen Cochran is here. Good evening, Murphy says. Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 downloading and a Cytec Pro Yo controller from the brother-in-law waiting. Nice. Put the kettle on. Wear comfortable socks or shoes and initiate chill mode. Stuart asks, Murph, do I need to be added to a group of yours? No, we'll do a server. So Stuart, if you can just make sure you're going to log into the European North server. That should do it. Robin says, when it will be downloaded on my Xbox, I will take a week off the job and fly around the world in a Cessna 152. Wish me luck. Good luck. So the airflow is simulating updraft. Basically, when you have winds that roll over these kind of canyons and mountains, it hits the water and it says, well, we don't like this, and up it goes. And then you have a density drop in the air, so there's also a drag effect happening kind of above. Not so much as a vacuum, but more of a drag. But we are bobbing around here nicely. But I'm impressed with the scenery so far. It looks good. Stuart says to Coach Jim Carrey, dude, we're there. Mark says, Murph, imagine what this is going to look like in a few years' time. It looks beautiful now. Absolutely. Like this sim, like, you all remember when, you know, X-Plane 11 came out, and before that when FSX came out. And at the time we were pretty much blown away by the graphics. After kind of 5 to 10 years on them platforms, well, X-Plane 11 really only 4, but you know what I mean? You can really make them look visually stunning. Ethan asks, is there any works on the BAE 146 Avro for Flight Sim? Yes, there is. So Just Flight are, or they have said, they're pretty much going to bring over every aircraft they have. Robin says, can't remember the time that I've been thrilled about a game like Microsoft Flight Sim. This is a game changer. It just is. Scott Briggs says, my favourite flight in X-Plane was always LA to Telluride, usually in the Cirrus Vision or my Eclipse jet. Nice. Now, Murphy, not to kind of state the obvious, but as we can see over by yonder direction, that's quite a big ridge. Now, we can do the mad thing and try and climb over it, but my plan is, well, can we go around it? VFR map, please. VFR map, rather, please. So we have this big ridge, and then we have another big ridge. So, I'm thinking, once we get over this kind of a big ridge here, if we meander and, well, try and go around. Easier said than done. Ethan says, grand, my favourite airliner, love the little thing. You ever flown into London City? It's crazy. Not in that. I do remember, was it Quality Wings who made a 146, I think? Back in the days of FSX. Colonel Fork says, I'm excited for the DC Designs freeware P61. Oh yeah, that's going to be awesome. Coley205 is here. Good evening to you. I hope you're keeping well, dude. Happy Wednesday. So, this stream was an awful lot shorter or narrower than I thought. And, well, it's never a good idea to play chicken with a mountain. So we're just going to jump down to a little autopilot here and say, hey Francie, can we go Suez on Styra, please? Arm. Arm. Altitude, VS. And let's go for a climb of 500 feet and hopefully we'll get over the little ridge. Pity the heights aren't on the map. Something I think they're going to fix. Pixel Chaser says, Combat Flight Sim 4. Oh yeah. The Passionate Gamer is here. Hello from Ohio. Good evening to you in Ohio. Hello from Ireland. Ethan says, go on, play chicken. Cloverfield 911 says, isn't that Glen Canyon? I see what you did there. The Glen of a Mile Canyon. Boba Fett is here, just joined the stream and heard P61. Are you on about the P61 Black Widow? I think so. If Colonel Fork could weigh in here. Man, it's so bumpy. If you had any lunch, it's truly gone now. Huey and Ralph? Well, they're sitting here beside us and behind us. We ain't going to go above that. So in the words of Murphy, left flank, please. Cloverfield says, fly down to Glen Canyon Dam. Robin asks, will there be like a C-130 to fly? I'm sure there will. Jay Cons is here. Are you playing with a yoke or keyboard and mouse? I am playing with the Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog, which is joystick and throttle. If you kind of keep an eye on the owl terrain. The piano sounded like a warning. Thatcher XD is here. Good evening. Airbus Chap is here. He says, hello mate, hope you're having a good day. Love the streams. Many thanks, my dude. You're very welcome. And I hope you're having a good day too. Happy Wednesday and all that. How far is that dam away from us there? Cloverfield? Because I don't see it. As we have a little bit of an issue with some textures loading in, but we won't fixate on that. Instead, we'll enjoy the scenery. It's like another planet, this place. It's huge. Huge! Ethan says you should take a trip to Phuket in Thailand and go to Phi Phi Island on Flight Sim. It's beautiful. Definitely one for the list, Ethan, yeah. Ever says, I'm having a grand day, mate. Nice. Skyfly says, do I have to be on the European Prime server? I think it's just European something. Wait now, wait. North Europe. That's the one we're going to be jumping onto. Hopefully if all works out and doesn't break. The Vidya Crusaders here. Good evening to you. Jack is here as well. Okay, swing around here to the right, Murph. Yep. The Buzz is here. He says, evening, Captain Murphy. Where are we crashing tonight? My record has been impeccable thus far in the Microsoft Flight Sim. Not great on X-Plane, no. I've crashed many times and many times on a live stream. But so far, the simulation angels have been keeping an eye on my little airplane. With that said, there's every chance I'll plough it into the ground tonight. Sean asks, can you see the Northern Lights on Microsoft Flight Sim? I don't know. Good question though. Definitely something we need to check out. Donald Miller is here. Good evening and or afternoon. How are you, Donald? Hope you're keeping well. Many thanks for joining us here on tonight's stream. Happy Wednesday. Look at the crazy bounciness. Zico is here. Good evening to you. The bus says, yeah, a big fan of your vids on X-Plane, and I've seen and enjoyed all your crashes. Zico says, multiplayer flight, question mark? Yes. We're going to hop down to Kilo Papa Golf Alpha, or Page Municipal. Once we land there, I'm going to change out my machine. Donald Miller says, doing well, today is my Friday. Nice, dude. Regulus here. He says, how do I change my call sign? I couldn't find them in the settings. Fortunato asks, is your Twitch handle the same as your YouTube? Yep, twitch.tv/Two-Tone Murphy. So Fergal, to change your tail number, press escape, go to general. No, it's not. Never mind, don't mind me. Go home, Murphy. In the main menu, when you go into your aircraft and you select your aircraft, it'll bring up all options down on this side, you know, like aircraft, livery, failures, weight and balance, and then it'll say ATC. Click on ATC and you'll see tail number over on the right hand side. You can change it from in there. The Video Crusader says, I'm from Northern Ireland, Bangor, nice, and I loved your Ireland stream. Was able to show my daughter in Toronto. Awesome, dude, that's great to hear, and I hope she really liked it. The Kirby Godmaster is here. He says, hey, hello. S. Voigt is here. Good evening to you, Scott. I hope you're keeping well. Many thanks for joining this evening. Kirby Godmaster says, I'm new. You're very welcome. Okay, we're going to be kind of heading in the right direction. Once we come back on the magenta line, we'll reselect our autopilot on nav mode, and that'll lead us straight in. So on our current map, that's as far as it'll go, which probably isn't a great help. But we will be heading over this direction. Panda is here. Good evening to you. Ryan Kennedy says, do a barrel roll. Yeah, right. Not in this machine there, Red Rider. I don't think it'll work out too well. We're flying southwest. So we're a little bit under 7 minutes away from the airport. There is a point of interest to see up here. The point of interest is Page Grand Canyon. So we will be checking that one out. Panda says, I like your accent. Where are you from? Ireland? Correct and right.
Appreciate the comeback, good buddy.
S-Void has donated $10 through Super Chat. Walk up to the bar and get you a pint. Look forward to listening to your broadcasts. Scott, thank you so much. Really do appreciate the support on the channel, and I hope you're having a pleasant day. Are the notifications working, I wonder? Kirby Godmaster says, I like Nintendo games. Who doesn't? Stuart Payne says, there's some special planes flying around. Or maybe it's the pilots. Either way, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Jeffrey David is here. He says, good afternoon from a rainy and windy New Orleans. Good afternoon, Jeffrey. Many thanks for joining us. I hope you're keeping well. Graham says, why is it so barren with all that water about? Imagine the temperature, probably. And, well, it's mainly rock. Donald Miller says, I live in Vegas. Should be interesting. Haven't checked it out in my sim yet. Nice. Cloverfield says, Page is right beside Glen Canyon Dam, so you should see it. We'll definitely check it out, dude. Kirby Godmaster says, I live in North America. Sweet. The Buzz asks, are you a two-tone music fan, Murphy, hence the username? I'm not, and to be honest, I don't know who they are, but I will check them out. Two-tone was a nickname given to me back in the day when I used to play soldiers, and yeah, I got sunburned on kind of my face, my face behind my beret, which is kind of like a fancy hat, so from kind of halfway between my eyebrows and my hair on my forehead, from kind of halfway down there it was red, and then above it was white. I looked like a red and white flag, resembling that of Poland or Cork. And it was the Cork people who said, oh God, Murphy, you look awful two-tone, and it kind of stuck. Hence the name two-tone. But it's grand, I'll get over it. I sometimes cry at night. Paranema is here. Good evening from Middle Europe, Slovenia. Good evening from Ireland. How are you? Many thanks for joining us. Scott says, if you ever get a chance, you need to visit Monument Valley to watch the sunrise and sunset. They are stunning. Wow. I would definitely love to see that. Raj says, hi Murph, do you think Xbox will be more arcadey compared to the PC? No, they're running the same flight model. As to notifications, nope, still not getting it. Sigh. Well, blast and drat. I'll see what I can do. Panda says, I subscribe to your channel because of my friend recommended this is what I meant. Very good. Many thanks, and you're very welcome. Zico says, are you on the North servers for Europe? Indeed I am. Adam Quinn is here. Good evening, Adam. I hope you're keeping well. Thanks for joining me, dude. As we're 3 minutes away from the field, I need to press this button, and we need to go to... no we don't. We need to go into here, and we need to go into navigation, and we need to go to fauna or POI. Oh, they're on. We'll turn on fauna as well. I think it's over this side. Let's just do a random... well, we'll get to the airport first, then I'm going to fly up there, and then I'll come back. And just like that, we have a notification. Computer, plot a course. 230 degrees. Engage. Platinum says, I haven't bought Flight Sim yet. Didn't know There was a GNS 430. Is it good? It's not bad. They're not completely fully modelled. They're probably a little bit less done than the Explain 11 one, but there is a patch coming. And when they work, they work. They're fine. I mean, you can put in your frequencies, you can put in your procedures, you can load in flight plans. Like, they're not bad. Right direction. Okay, so we'll go over to this area first and check it out, and then we'll go up right. Cloverfield is our 2IC. He's in the right seat and it's going to be telling us where to go. Kenneth Naughton said, it's mad at Payne Field's pits landing on main apron for a start. Glen Canyon Dam is right beside Page. Okay, we should see it. Hopefully. I'm Presime is here. OMG, hello. This gameplay is so good. Make it so. Boba Fett asks, do you ever play combat flight sims like DCS or IL2? I have DCS. I've tried it a little bit, and I'm not very good at it, but it will get better. Look at the elevation of that field. Nice. It's going to be bumpy as a Bijani. Dean Russell Productions is here. Good evening to you. He says the game looks so good. It does. Absolutely fantastic. There appears to be something over here. We'll have a look. Let's hope it's modelled, eh? As we're coming over the field here, something tells me this area is going to get super busy. Art Video is here. Good evening to you. That's the dam. Okay, let's check it out. Colonel Fork says, I did some scud running down the canyon the other day. Nice. Robin says, Murphy, can you do me a big favour? After this flight, can you show the map of Belgium and zoom in a bit? No problemo. So it would appear the dam isn't really there. Well, it is there, but it's... Oh, hang on. Rendering. It's rendering. That's a good sign. It's thinking about doing something. Scott says, are you going to be logging in to see what Nvidia has to say about the new 3000 series? Oh, I will. You can take pictures on your camera on Red Dead Redemption 2 and they look amazing. They absolutely do. Dean says, you got the ILS setup? I don't think we need it. We have clear skies. Visibility is crazy. Autopilot coming off. We're going to bank here to the right. See what sort of a view we can get of this dam. The Chatsman is here. I'm back. New York. Shout out. And thank you for the tips you've given me. Works perfectly. And I've updated my RAM to faster than 32 gigs per second. Nice. Go to external view when you get to page. We will. CAVU. Right, let's check out this dam, shall we? So they have some of it. I imagine it needs a little bit more work. But they definitely have parts of it modelled. Maybe it's all modelled. I'm not sure if that bridge should be on the ground though. Just an observation. Colonel Fork says, I've ordered some more RAM last night, going from 16 to 32. Nice, dude. Yeah, so they need a bit of work. Like, that bridge is like... Are you Americans are just like into your trill? Yeah, we got a bridge, man. You can go down. It's no problem. But yeah, I think that needs a little bit more work. And for an area that's noted as a POI, I am a little bit disappointed with that. But fear not. It's grand. Our video says, in my dream, I will get this game. Okay, so we'll go right traffic. Spin around again to the right. I take it there's only one dam in the area, and that'd be it over there. Colonel says, I'm interested in what the patch notes for tomorrow patch have to say. Yeah, like it's going to be a hefty download. And I suppose the real concern is they don't break it. Man, once you get near them canyons, it just absolutely bounces you around the place. It's fantastic. Fergus Riley says hi again. Cliff Barry is here. Damn straight. Clover says zoom in on it. Yeah, it's not like they have some of it modelled, but like there's a bridge that should be here, and the bridge is meshed with the terrain and the water, which isn't great. Ian says, Murph, were you hearing about a 79 gig update? I thought I saw it was 79 gigs. I could be wrong. It's so bumpy. Huey and Ralph on standby. Creamer says, I really hate the camera views in flights in 2020. I want to be able to set my own views. You can. All these views I have here are custom views. And I have them bound to different keys, just like Max Plane. In the video of Microsoft and Asobo, they mentioned getting something special out to the alpha and beta testers. Have you gotten yours yet? No. So basically the alpha, the beta, once the platform was released, the beta is closed. Now there is an email sitting in the inbox. I haven't read it through it yet because my stream was acting up this evening, but I'll have a read. Tasman says, can we fly someday together? Of course we can, dude. We can fly right now if you wish. Okay, Murph, how's this going to work? Any of you guys see an airport around here? There it is. Okay. So my little plan here is to land. And this place is called Page Municipal. Or no, Page Memorial. No, I was right the first time. It's Page Municipal. Creamer say, what keys do you use to save your desired view? So on mine, I can save a view by hitting the control, and I use the numpad. So numpad 0 is this view, numpad 4, numpad 6, numpad 7, 5, 3, and 2. So that's how we do it. There's 100 knots. We're way too fast. We'll be grand. Face cam on for dramatic effect, but it should be fine. Such is the altitude here and the bumpiness. Is it Telluride or Aspen that there's only, like, regardless of the wind, you're only allowed to take off from one runway? As we get a notch of flap going here. Runway 15. Steady as we go. I'll just bleed this speed off here. Try and keep it on the center line. There's 60 knots. There we go. Touchdown on the left and on the front. Keep it on the center line there, Murph. And we're down. Welcome to Page. Bring our flaps back in as we hit our microphone. But that's okay. This is a high production valued stream. Well, this is a nice little airport. And we're a little bit lower than where we took off by 1,000 feet. So the altitude here is 4,300, which isn't bad. Now, it doesn't really matter where we park because we're going to be jumping out to change our aircraft. Don't crash into his van. It's so-so. The ground is bumpy. The ground is very bumpy. We'll need to be careful. And that'll do us. So we're going to head and get our parking brake on. So down here now, and we're going to go for our strobes off, taxi and landing lights off, avionics, transponder comes off, avionics off, mixture out. Oh, look at that. It's turned off itself. It's really handy when it does that. So, let's have a look. Andrew Noble is here. He says, hello, Mr. Murphy. Hello, Mr. Noble. Good evening to you, sir. I hope you're keeping well. Creamer says, what I mean is, what keys do I use to record the desired camera view? Yeah, so I've bounded a key. I'll show you now. Steady on now, plane. Behave yourself. Okay. Where's that out? So, welcome to Page. Interesting enough looking place. Panda says, when is your next stream? We're still on. We're only kind of halfway through tonight. And I stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Have you ever been to Lanzarote? It's part of the Canary Islands. I haven't. I've been to Tenerife though. I think it's Aspen, says Scott. I think it is. Zico says, are you sure you have all players on? I'm in North Europe. Don't worry, I'll turn it on here now in a sec. Buses are attracted to me when I talk. There's the bus, says the chess man. Alrighty, so jump back out to the main menu. As we load up here. Game Stew is here. Yo, I'm flying from Heathrow to Frankfurt. Nice. What are you flying in, dude? Okay, so if you go to the options on the options, and you go to controls, and if you go to your keyboard, and you can go to camera. Now, let me see. Fixed views, fixed camera. Toggle fixed camera. Oh, that's not right. Bear with me now, chaps and chapettes. Camera mode, cockpit camera. So if you go into cockpit camera, and see the way it has load custom camera, so you reset all of these and put them in as your numpad. And then when it says save custom camera, on my system I just use the right control button and I'll pick right control and press 0 on the numpad, and that'll save where I want it to save as my default camera. Then I want to select camera number 1, in which my case is either going to be the overhead panel or a switch panel. So once I find the view by moving the mouse to drag the camera, I'll press right control and 1. But you got to tell the sim, these buttons here are going to save the camera you're currently looking at, and then these buttons here, when you press them, well, they're going to shoot back to that camera, if you know what I mean. I hope that made some sort of sense. Philip Breen says, I changed my name from Crinkly to my name. Super. Skyfly says, I'm at the same airfield but can't see you. Don't worry, we'll shortly. Gulf Island Aviators here. If you're ever flying around the west coast of Canada, watch for me. Gabriolo 420 and I can give you the tour. Nice. Definitely must do that. Have you noticed that Germany is weird? The names Frankfurt, Hamburg. Germany is Frankfurter. You want to see some of the names in Ireland? It's nuts. Dagran Gaming is here. Good evening to you, Dagran. Hope you're keeping well. Jer is here. Hi, Murph. Have been flying on a screen since Flight Sim 2020 came out. Just can't go back to screens from VR. Sim itself is very good. Hurry on VR. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alrighty, so let me see. I think we're okay for the options. So we're going to go to world map. We're going to pick our departure airport, which is Kilo. What do we say? Golf or Papa? No, that's not right. There we go. Page Municipal. Zoom to details, please. And we can see a whole load of people in here. And I'm going to go for just here. Set as departure. That's the first part done. As we accept here. Now, we had a question earlier on in relation to how does one change the tail number. So it's in here, above my head. If you go to your aircraft on the map, click in here, go to ATC options, right hand side, tail number. And that's how we do that. Now, speaking of aircraft, I'm changing mine. I want to go for the DA62 because I want a bit of speed. And what's really handy here, it'll show you the aircraft is faster, it can go higher, it can fly for longer, and has a longer range. If, of course, it's in the red, it means, well, it's slower, lesser altitude, endurance is about the same. This is comparing it to your current selected aircraft, and in the range. So we're going for the DA62. Liveries at the minute are all stock. Fill our fuel tanks, well, just because. Failures, no thanks. And we'll go with Echo India for, well, our paying homage to Echo India. So we'll do all that. Now, briefly, I need to dash over to Belgium. From hither. So here be Belgium. As Robin was asking, he said, can you have a look at Belgium? Stuart is M4DM. Cool. Very well. Rory says, nice vlog, enjoying your videos. Many thanks, Rory. Game Stu says, I'm in an Airbus A320. Nice. Dagran says, see ya. Catch you on the next one, dude. Keen Lafford says, hello, just joined now. Sweet. And Dagran is back. Ian Bennett, I hope that's your username and not a general statement. Dinky1518 is here. Good evening, Dinky. Hope you're keeping well. Fergus Riley says, can you take off from Dublin? Not tonight, my dude. Maybe jump in there, back again, maybe Friday or over the weekend. John J. Rambo is here. He says, howdy. How you doing, John? Okay, so we want to go this direction. So we're taking off from Page, and we will be going to Macaron. Try that again, Murphy. KLAS. There we are. And once we get there, I need to find Temple Bar. U30. Add. This is our flight plan. And in this aircraft, it'll take just over an hour. But we'll go fast. We'll have it on rental power. Just changing my aircraft. Okay, Niall O'Reilly. Carlo. How do you change your username in the top right hand corner? I think it's to do with your Microsoft Game account name, as far as I know. Lunchtime for John J. Rambo? Nice. What are you having? Something nice, I hope. How long will I be streaming for, says Keen? Probably for an hour and 9 minutes. Geek Burnley says, you do multiplayer now or solo? I will do multiplayer, my dude. Pure NG God says, can you fly in New York? Soon. Not tonight, but soon. Jay Zale says, hi, is there SP? Not sure. We shall see. Don't forget, guys, if you're new to the channel, shameless plug, you can like, subscribe, follow, and hit the little bell if you do. Will the exact same game be on Xbox, do you know? As far as I know, yes. Within reason. PureNG says, keep up the great work with your vids. Many thanks, my dude. Don't forget, guys, we're also over on Discord. Said link for the Discord. So if you have any questions, comments, opinions, any media you want to share with us, be it from your own flights or any of that good stuff, be sure to throw it in there. So we know the drill. What's going to happen now, I am going to refill my cup and be back momentarily. So keep the excitement, don't go anywhere, and I'll be back in a jiffy. As we have more music to keep us entertained for the 2 minutes.
Hey, good money.
Well, this makes things interesting. I can't select it. Well, blast. Let us see. Let's see what happens, shall we? Andy Shaw asks, will the new custom liveries show up in multiplayer? I don't know. This will be interesting. I mightn't think so. Because I think I'll need to have the files on my side as well. Philly Green says, we going live time and weather? Live weather shouldn't be live time, only because I'm looking for the kind of sunset approach heading in. That's all okay. Okay, we got a couple of planes. Mimosa Cax asks, does this game have the Aer Lingus ATR? Not yet, I'm afraid. Skyfly says, so how do I join? I'm at the airfield. You should be already here. As a TBM is being pushed back into the building. Go real handy. Now we can turn on some logos and stuff. Okay, so we got some peoples here. Kane Leffert says 265 days to the Eurovision. Ian Bennett is into King Air and it's looking well. Very nice. As we get an invisible pushback here from our little, well, I don't know what it is. Okay, that'll do for our pushback as we pan around to see who's who and who's where. So we've got a couple of dudes already on the runway. If you guys want to take off and enter a pattern, feel free to do so. I'm going to ramble down this neck of the woods. Although, if you're already taking off on that side, we all might as well go that side. Can you make your own livery, asked Fergus? Yes, you can. Peter Breen says, I've never flown this, so expect a crash. We'll take our time. Okay, so I'm going to get this machine started here. So let's see here, Murph. How do we fly this yoke? Turn them on and close. Close them. And then we need to get our batteries on. Which is here. Jeffrey Bennett says, that's handy, I can hide the camera if I need to kind of cough or not sneeze, but cough. It's not the one. Can you make your own livery? We already got to that. Stuart Payne, I've half a tank of gas, it's light, and I'm not wearing sunglasses. Jeffrey says, I'm sick, Murph, make me feel better. Where are we going? We're going to Vegas. And it's going to be awesome. How do you make your own livery? Do you need FSX Premium? I'm unsure. I haven't a clue actually how to make a livery, but well, there you have it. Throttles work, that's okay. Parking brake is on, that's okay. So right engine, master switch. Need to get some lights on here as well. Position and strobes can come on just to show everyone where we are. Pitot heat is off, we'll turn it on. Mags are on, we're going to go for a start on the right side. It's alive. Good start on 2. Go ahead and get the Bumps on the left-hand side. There's a good start on the left. Okay, we're looking well. Avionics coming on. We have our flight plan already programmed in, which is all gravy. If you guys all press the B key, that'll zero your barometric pressure. The airport is Kilo Papa Golf Alpha. What's the plane called? This is the Diamond aircraft, made by Diamond Aircraft Manufacturing, and it is the DA-62. And it looks very pretty. Complete with sun reflections. Pushback is left shift and P. So the left shift button and the letter P for Papa. That should get us going. Low voltage, well, we want to turn on our alternators then. They're good. We don't need to worry about de-icing at the minute. Heading mode, sync that for the moment. Transponder, we'll go to VF4 and we'll go to altitude mode. Click back here. PFD, we're going to turn on some wind. Option 2, 1 knots, that's quite okay. Bearings are all okay, we're not using the DMEs. We're going to go to GPS mode on our CDI, course deviation indicator, as our barometric pressure is set to both. Map weather, go back, display weather, let's zoom it out here. I know we're on the ground, so it's just grand. Okay, so taxi and landing lights can now come on. Can you insert the reg of the plane? Yes, if you go into the ATC options when you're selecting your aircraft, that's where you do it. Go to ATC options, over on the right hand side it'll say tail number and flight number. I can hear with Beechcraft giving it loads of power. Nice. Okay, let's jump the queue, let's get ahead of them. Parking brake coming off. As another Diamond DA is going straight across. That looks deadly. Hey, how's it going? It looks very busy here. Organised chaos, guys, that's what we're going for. Organised chaos. So as Murphy kind of scoots ahead, we'll go on up the taxiway here to our right hand side. Now for our flying this evening, let's try and keep it somewhat organised and poetic, rather than inverted barrel rolls in a Beechcraft. But we'll see. Gabriel Dillon is here. Hey, Murphy says. Hey Gabriel, hope you're keeping well. Which the VF4 map showed nav frequencies. That will be handy. Stuart Payne says, guys, clear for one way, please. Stuart is our resident air traffic controller, and what Stuart says goes. All for one and one for all. As we taxi on out here in our beautiful Diamond DA-62 in all its majesty. MXQ Dragon is here. Hello, he says. How are you doing? So as we taxi on out, as I said guys, flight time is going to be about an hour or so over to Vegas. So let's keep it all clean and behaved. Fabio is here. Hi, can I play with you? Of course you can, dude. Jump on in. Just make sure you go to... You have a retired one here. Just make sure you get onto the Northern Europe server and we can all join in then. What's going on over here? They got satellite dishes. Cool. Guys, just watch your speed while taxiing at the end of the taxiway here. It's kind of bumpy. It's super bumpy. So lights are on. We're squawking VF4. What airport? We are at Kilo Papa Golf Alpha. Go ahead and set our flaps to take off. Daza is flying in the area in an SR-22. Nice. Okay, let's see what's going to happen here, as Murphy has just entered the runway. As Hazel Squid decided to take a shortcut. Okay, Hazel, we'll wait for you to take off. So if you do a UE and proceed for takeoff. Carla says, what airport is it? So it's Kilo Papa Golf Alpha. Page. Hazel Squid 007. Ready when you are. Shadow rendering is beautiful, says Dean Russell. It looks well. Stuart says, don't look behind you, Murph. It's like some sort of a crazy air show. Okay. Are you ready? I'm not, but let's go. Power coming in. And we're full of fuel, so this should be kind of slow. Let's see what happens. Keeping the center line. Airspeed is alive. So when we take off, we're going to head over the canyon, and it's going to be a left turn headed west, southwest. It's coming up on 75 knots. As Chippy A says, today was a good day. Someone released a freeware mod that inserts Blackpool Tower into the sim. Nice. Landing gear coming in. Decent climb out. As we can see, Alex Cole ahead of us in a TBM. Let's all wave to Alex Cole. Maniac. Okay. Bring our flaps in here now as well. And we'll try and fly runway heading until we get up to about 5,000 feet. Then we're going to swing around to the left. Cloverfield says, are you flying southwest to the main canyon? Yes. Keen says, Q, Flight of the Valkyries, or Q, the Diddley Idol. It's a whole load of crazy. That wasn't dangerous. Okay, gonna commence our left turn here. The frames are a chugging, but that's okay. So I've set my altitude to 8,000 feet. Once I get up there, I'm going to hold 8,000 feet all the way along. Whoopsie daisy. Try and trim yourself out here, Murph. Oh, could you imagine the sound on the ground? It'd be crazy. Okay, it's going to be bumpy over the canyon, but we're going to continue our climb up to about 8,000 feet. At this stage, we're going to jump down. Flight director coming on. Nav mode selected. Autopilot engaged. Vertical speed. And I want to climb at 700 feet per minute. Up to an altitude of 8,000 feet. Autopilot has taken over. As Gabriel says, let's hit the like buttons. Nice one, Gabriel. Appreciate it, dude. It's like truckers. Except there's room for everyone. Skyfly Bryce says, I can't see any of you. Are you on the North Europe server, my dude? And make sure you have your nameplates turned on. And hopefully that'll do it. Agent Ice says, too cool, Murphy. Brand new shampoo. So the autopilot is behaving itself. It's keeping us on the magenta line as we jump out here over the canyon. We have a whole load of people behind us. I have to say that looks kind of nice. Disturbing, but nice. Okay, I want to do this and hide me for a sec. Look at the bouncing. Here's 8,000 feet, and the aircraft doing a decent job leveling itself off. You jump out the front window here, keep an eye on who we can see. And what I'll do, I'll very quickly turn off labels. Traffic, labels off, save, go back. A whole lot of planes would have caught up all of a sudden. That's what I wanted to do. Marble Canyon down to our left hand side. There's always one. Marius asks, hey Murphy, EI Jor, is that derived from Jorel? It's not, funny enough. There was a very kind subscriber in the channel last weekend, or last week. His name is Echo India, and he very kindly gifted 5 tier 1 subs to some of our peoples, and as a show of appreciation, our tail number is named after he. It could be a she, but I think it's a he. Shira says, I'm on Discord streaming. Nice. So we have one here. And I can't really see anyone else. So there's one here. And we've got a load more up here. So we have a dude hanging around over here as well. And one over here. A majestic sight of a Beechcraft flying right out in front of us. Wendy, I can fly. Where are you going? That TBM looks really nice in the distance. Spartan 300 is here. Good evening to you, dude. Hope you're keeping well. That was kind of close. Hey, how's it going? Wing wave. You gotta love multiplayer, right? Boba Fett says, how do I do multiplayer? If you jump on to Microsoft Flight Sim, make sure your server is set manually to Europe, North Europe. And if you head to an airport called U30, that's U for uniform, and the number is 30. We'll be arriving there relatively shortly. And then we're going to head, it's called Temple Bar. That's the important point I should have made. It's called Temple Bar. And once we get to Temple Bar, we're then going to ramble over to McCarran in Las Vegas. David Shanahan is here. He says, sorry I'm late. You're not late. David Shanahan arrives exactly when he's supposed to. Good evening to you, sir. I hope you're keeping well. Diego Torres is here. I heard you can change the weather in this game. Yes, you can, Diego. So if you go to your menu, up the top here, I don't know why my cursor has changed to that. That's a little bit worrying, but we'll worry about it later. Currently set to live weather. You can change that, and the time of day is currently locked, but I can move that as well. Ah, that fixed my mouse. Good news. Okay, so over to this little dude, and we're going to change, mind the bounce. Zoom out there, Murphy. So we can kind of see the direction in which we're going, as we have kind of a 2 or 3 knot headwind. As we have a TBM just kind of hanging around off our starboard bow, Captain. Care85 is here. Good evening to you. He says, evening, sir. I hope you're keeping well. That's very close for a TBM. We're doing well so far. The terrain is going to look a little bit, well, too close for comfort around here. So I reckon one would need to adjust their altitude by 1,000 feet. That's 100 feet, Murph. By 1,000 feet, there we go. And back into our autopilot vertical speed mode and climb 500 feet per minute, please. And let's hope this works. As Stuart says, there's something on the way. Something. Wolfie says, my name is Jeff. Indeed. Don't forget, guys, if you're new to the channel, shameless plug. Don't forget to subscribe or follow if you like this kind of content. Diego says, could you change the weather to stormy? We'll see what we can do once we get into Vegas. Geek Brunley says, looks like I picked the wrong week to quit flying the TBM. I'm miles behind. Don't worry, you'll catch us. Stuart says, I think the mice are out of puff in my DA62. So we're coming up on 9,000 feet. And so far we're getting there. Andy Beeston UK is here. He says, been watching and subbed since the 19th. Lurking, love the channel and great community. Many thanks, Andy. I'm glad you're enjoying the content, my dude. And you're most welcome to the channel. Sure says, is Stevie Wonder pilot command in that TBM? It's Garth Algar. Wayne. Yeah, right. It looks pretty sweet though, all the same. Okay, keep it controlled, man. Keep it controlled. Looking good. Oh, look at the reflection in the wing. There's... Oh, we already said that. Steady. Steady. Okay, status. Currently cruising at 9,000 feet. Speed 153 knots. True airspeed, ground speed is 179 knots, which is fairly decent. We're making good time. We are about 50 minutes away from our destination. We're going via Temple Bar. That's Temple Bar at the Grand Canyon. KCG is here. He says, good evening. Watch a few of your streams now, including Crazy Storm Chasing. Just finished a flight from Christchurch to Wellington in New Zealand. Loving the new sim. That sounds sweet, dude. Luke is here. He says, hello. Stuart says, the passengers of that TBM will disembark grey-haired, green-faced and crawling along the tarmac like slugs. Yes. Yes, they will. Jeffrey Bennett says, sorry Murph, dumped you for a Buford, fries and a root beer and 3 movies. That's okay, Jeffrey. Enjoy, my friend, and we'll catch you on the next one. Kane says, casual players, this is good. Murph says, look at the reflection on the wing. It's the little things, yes. But I come from other simulators. We don't have that kind of level of detail or visual superiority. There's the moon. I'm just going to point out random things. There's a tree and a bit of a road. Oh, we have some clouds over here. This guy is called a wingtip. That's the moon. We've already seen that. There's the sun. The big bright thing. Someone left the light on. Here's a compass. Here's another wingtip. Philip Breen says, my autopilot is making the plane do a barrel roll. What's wrong? Disconnect autopilot. They can be buggy. Pizza Monsters here. Hello, first time here. Just finished second leg of some bush trip. I didn't do the Grand Canyon on the game yet. Check it out, dude. Ah, man, Colonel. Yes. Hang on. The heat distortion on the exhaust pipes and the reflections on the ailerons and elevator. It does look pretty sweet though, guys, doesn't it? Frogger05 has subscribed. Many thanks, my dude. I hope you're having a pleasant evening. Jeffrey says, thanks, Murph. I can hang on until the wife gets back. That's okay, Jeffrey. There's a strange buzzing noise above my plane. David Shannon says, OMG, a wingtip. Keen Effort says, as an Irish person, thanks for telling me what the sun is. I know, right? Keen, I've only read about this in a book. It's a rare phenomenon that seems to happen in places other than Ireland. I don't know what it is. Seemingly they don't have bright grey clouds that illuminate the entire day. They have something called a sun. Kenneth says, boogie AI ain't the word to use. We're doing well. Kieran Nile is here. He says, is there an update coming out? Yes, an update is due out tomorrow, which is August 27th, which is good to know. So we can check on our status here. We're roughly, I don't know, a third of the way between here and the Temple Bar. And then it's a quick hop over to McCarran in Las Vegas, for which we will surely do a lap of the Strip. Andy Beeson says, this game is awesome. I've stopped playing Elite Dangerous because of it. Nice. Stuart Payne says, Murph, any chance you can hit the brakes? I'm in the wake of you boys. It's not enjoyable. Stuart, I've engaged the brakes. And McLaren 3465 is now following. Many thanks, my dude. I hope you're enjoying the content, and you're very welcome to the channel. Consider me hitting the brakes. Colonel Fork says, I flew to Vegas, skipped the Strip, went straight for Nellis and the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Nice. Hey guys. Do you have your Microsoft Flight Sim settings up anywhere? Says McLaren. I don't, my dude. Again, unless you have the exact same hardware I have, they could be possibly useless. However, if you jump over to Discord, Colonel Fork put up a very good video of Jay's 2 cents, and he goes through kind of a tutorial on how to get some extra FPS. Scott White says, a Cat 4 hurricane headed our way if you want to find some real weather. Yikes, Category 4. That's like the opposite to DEFCON, isn't it? So like 4 is really bad. Sega says, I buzzed the Strip on day 1. Had to be done. Buzz the Strip? The Strip. Well, the Strip is there as well, but it depends on how long you've stayed on the Strip. And it usually, you know, how much liquids you had. So we're flying nicely here. Lots of liquids. Scott says, yep, it's pretty bad. Well, dude, stay safe. Batten down the hatches. Make sure you got plenty of some nice warm brews and stay indoors, I suppose. Hurricanes in Ireland don't really happen. We wind. Donald Miller asks, how do you check your FPS in Microsoft Flight Sim? A couple of ways to do it. You can go through the developer options. I can't do it now because I'll actually pause and the guys will take off. So if you hit the escape key during a flight, go to options, go to general. All the way down the bottom left, you'll have developer, turn developer on. You'll see a new menu bar appear up the very top of the screen, up here somewhere. And I think if you click on view, it'll say view FPS. Outside of that, if you have Fraps, that's F-R-A-P-S, you can download Fraps and it'll display a less intrusive FPS counter. Scott says, look, for me, I'm in North Texas, so we'll only get some rain out of it. Not like down by the coast, where they're going to have 11 to 15 foot storm surges and at 140 mile per hour winds. Yikes. Brexit says, do you have live weather turned off? I noticed for some reason, when I first loaded into the game, the weather works for the first flight. But the next flight, it's clear skies with wind at 3 knots. That is a known bug, and I do believe that's going to be fixed tomorrow. King Laffer says, you'd be great for Tip FM, Murph. And now a word from our sponsors. Many thanks, kids again. Really appreciate the support for the channel, and I hope you're enjoying the streams. Diego says, can you change the weather to stormy now? We'll wait till we get to Vegas, dude. I don't want the old sim crashing. Donald Miller says, I do have Fraps, use it in FS9. Yeah, it'll work on this as well. It's like a scene out of American Made, isn't it? I played the part of Tom Cruise. Just cause. Johnny Cahill's here. He says, hiya Murph. What's your favourite humming noise? That's it, Johnny. I'm putting you down on my list. Right there. Johnny Cahill. Only joking. Look at it really wrote. FPV says... I don't know what he says. Okay, a roll then. A dislike for no answering me. Sorry, he says. That's okay. If you're expecting a barrel roll, it can't really be done in this airplane. Deanna's here. Good evening. Maverick and Goose are on your tail. Maverick and Goose. Keep your eyes peeled for Iceman. I approve. Harry Quinlan is here. He says hi. Hello, Harry. Hope you're keeping well. Seiko is here. Hello, Seiko. How you keeping, dude? He says, where in Ireland am I from? I am from Dublin. Rob is here. He says, hi, everybody, and hi to you, Murphy. And it's another awesome stream. Many thanks, my dude. Sure says Goose is dead unless it's Goose Jr. And he says, oh, forgot about him. How could you forget about Goose? Goose bailed out and ironically he went into ER. Hey Deanna, how's it going? Now, will this break it? No, it won't. Yeesh. KLAS is our airport, correct and right. Stephen Collins says, I'm on your back, Murphy. Keen Leffert says, Goose. Goose, Keen, you need to look at Top Gun. It's imperative you do that tonight. Donald says, just check my FPS, I'm getting between 29 and 31. Oh, that's not too bad, dude. 29, 30, that's okay. That's acceptable for a flight simulator. And he says, this game is beautiful. It just is. Then asks, where are we taking this flight to? We're heading to Vegas. Over to McCarran International. Kick the tires and light the fires. Seiko asks, how do you turn on cruise control? Autopilot. It looks so crazy back there. I feel the need for speed. Your ego's writing checks your body can't cash. You guys are dangerous. That's right, Iceman. I'm dangerous. Who doesn't like Top Gun? Okay, sit rep. We are more than halfway between Page and Temple Bar. And then we're not terribly far from Vegas. And on approach to Vegas, we'll make the sun lower in the sky for a dramatic effect. As I drop my pound. Stuart said, the General's daughter. I married Penny Benjamin. Sam Mango's here. He says, can't wait to fly an F-18. Flies the Blue Angels. Oh, yeah. You'll be flying. Nice one. If you mess up just this much, I'll have you flying rubber dog out of Hong Kong. Don't forget, you gotta watch Hot Shots as well. For that is, along with Airplane, the king of airplane memes. So we're doing well. Stuart Payne says the trailer for the new one is full of one-liners. Oh God, it is. I'm still totally going to the premiere of that. In a leather jacket and aviator glasses. And like, maybe a motorbike. And a face mask. I'll use my oxygen mask, it'll be good. Nick Houston, this aircraft is a Diamond DA-62. Many thanks for your help, Nick. Sometimes I don't get to see all the chat coming through. So guys, if I do miss your comment or question, just hit it up again. And if I still miss it, hit it up again. I will see it. Saw Airplane when it first came out with a bunch of air traffic controllers and pilots. It was like Mystery Science 3000 in the theatre with all the comments. Nice. Donald Miller says, looking for a PC-12. Oh yeah. Tower, I think I spotted Elvis. Multiple bogies, sir, and a giant blimp slowly headed south. Brian Strait is here. Combine Microsoft Flight Sim with GTA. Like, when you think about open world, unbelievable. Willie Bida was here. Our destination is McCarran International Airport in Las Vegas. My ETA is 29 minutes and 25 seconds. Do you know what's in the update? Asked Kieran. You can. I can't list it all here, but you can check it out on any of the Asobo or Microsoft Flight Sim forums. Sam Mango's here. Patch coming. Yeah, patch should be released tomorrow. Let's hope they don't break it. Gabriel Dillon says 300 watching and just 80 likes. That's okay. Fear not. Holy cow, there's 300 watching. Hello, 300 people. And 16 over on Twitch. Hello, everyone on Twitch. And hello, everyone on YouTube. I hope you're all having a pleasant Wednesday, whatever part of the world you're currently in. Roger Shoemaker says, did you already fly in the Grand Canyon? We're kind of approaching another part of it here, but yeah, we took off from Monument Valley and flew down to Page. Donald Miller says, enjoy the rest of the flight, heading to work, see you next time. Donald, you have a good day in work. Many thanks for stopping by. Zico says, look behind. Oh, hey! Hey, guys! Kenneth says, lack of likes, that's because everyone is chasing it. That's some tasty flying in that Baron, I have to say. Who's in the Baron, guys? Arik says you can tell who's using Autopilot. I don't know, man. The way Autopilot's been playing up lately, it's hard to call. Stephen Collins, that's some tasty flying, my friend. Keen says, if you go into free cam and look at the cockpit, there's a co-pilot. But if you're in the cockpit view, there's no co-pilot. Mind blown. Sam says, need to fly through Cat 4 Laura. I approve. It's the beer baron. We're looking good. Darren O'Sullivan is here. Hello, Darren. I hope you're keeping well. Are you doing much flying around Ireland? Yeah, pretty much. I'm actually working on a couple of videos at the moment. And we'll hopefully have some more YouTube videos coming out soon. Okay, Temple Bar. We're getting close. Let's try this view, shall we? As I do believe that'll be Stuart. Roger Shoemaker says Laura should make landfall around midnight in their time zone. Let's hope everybody stays safe. VM in use plus F. Can't wait for the new version. Yeah, I'm hoping they fix a couple of things. Go Dragon is here. Good evening to you, sir. I just made a flight out of the Eye of Laura and back out to Galveston, Texas. The clouds were beautiful, but there was no wind. Aww. Bye, Smack Murph. Thanks. I'll see you soon in the air, I hope. They are shipping my yoke today. Jeffrey, many thanks, my dude. Thanks so much for tuning in. Enjoy the movies, and we'll see you on the next one. Well, Dragon says, I'm wondering if the game will model wind and hurricane after it makes landfall, and ground-based weather stations can report the wind speed. Never thought of that. We're getting bumpy as we're coming over the canyon. There are no words. Godspeed, 747. You are the reason they were grounded. You've seen it here first. Look at this scenery. This is pretty. Just look at that terrain, says Andy. Oh yeah. Over Lake Mead. Nice. It's absolutely stunning. Boba Fett, I made the stream in my 747. Achievement unlocked. Go Dragon says, like mead, I could go for a nice big glass of mead right now. You and me both, pal. G4K is here, 633 Squadron. It's the lake formed by the Hoover Dam. Nice. As we get a wind wave here. Look at this. King Laffin says, Murph, it's somewhere in this neck of the woods, he says, while he's above the desert. Well, this place is very, very pretty. Darren O'Sullivan says, do you think we'll get a more realistic version of Dublin Airport like the terminals? I think they're going to leave that up to some of the third-party developers, the likes of Airsoft maybe. A mosquito through the Grand Canyon. The detail is incredible. It really is, guys. It's so good for over there in a helicopter last year. Nice. As a pixelated Baron approaches. 26 left, probably 0, I'd say, yeah. So we're just about to fly over a waypoint. Well, it's an airport, a small little airfield, and it's Uniform 30, and its name is Temple Bar. I thought that would be appropriate for tonight's flight. 111.5 is for 26 left. Nice. Why aren't we moving? And he asks, are we still on our way to Vegas? Yes, we are. So once we get over Temple Bar, we're going to be making a very slight right turn, heading due west. Keen says, did you fly over New Zealand yet? A little bit, not much though. So we're just about to turn right. So this area, directly beneath us, here I'd say, is Temple Bar. Oh, there it is. Come on, Murph. Roger says New Zealand definitely on the list of things, most beautiful lands. Absolutely. Andy says, so many things to think about seeing in this game. When I think about where to go, my mind goes blank. Yeah. Go Dragon says, is that 7-4 back there keeping speed, or is he about to blast through? I'd say he's going to come screaming through. Chatsman says, are you flying VOR to VOR? No, we're actually going GPS. He's doing kind of well. Nice and slow. There you have it, guys. Temple Bar. That looks kind of weird and stretched out, but it's all good. I've never been outside of Australia in the game before. That's pretty cool looking out here. Look at the scenery. Okay, so we are about 13 minutes away from our destination, and Murphy's going to try and make things a bit more dramatic. Yes. Liv the Pill says, is this multiplayer? Yes, it is.
Hey, good money.
Many thanks, Eric, for the follow on Twitch. UK Bay is here. Evening Murph, loving the views. Many thanks, my dude. I hope you're keeping well. Happy Wednesday. Hit the lights, as Metallica once said, says Andy. That's the fight. We just went over Lake Mead, and it was biblical. And we even got a wind wave. Sean says, serious views. They're absolutely fantastic. Scott says, impressed how folks are keeping pretty good formation. Yeah, man, it's awesome. David McGrath's here. How's it going, David? We're on our way to McCarran in Las Vegas. This is a fairly tight formation we got going on here. Well impressed. John Rambo says, is Area 51 or Groom Lake installed in the default sim? I think so, yeah.
Hey, good money.
Mark Icardi is now following. Many thanks, Mark. I hope you're keeping well, dude. And you're very welcome to the stream this evening, as we're very, very close to McCarran. My intentions, guys, once I get to Vegas, I'm just going to fly around the strip, and then we'll go for a landing. Stuart says, Murph, I'm going to be doing the ILS approach for 26 left, mandatory 8,000 feet at Preno. Cool.
Hey, good money.
The Chess Man has just subscribed. Many thanks, my dude. Appreciate the support, guys. Okay, I'm going to descend now to 8,000 feet. Bring my speed back just a little bit.
That's a big 10-4, good money.
As Mark Icardi has just subscribed as well. Many thanks, dude. Really appreciate it, Mark. Look at the state of them views. Outside view.
Hey, good money.
As Ross Delaney has also subscribed. Many thanks, Ross. Hope you're having a nice Wednesday, my dude. I appreciate the support for the channel. Agent Ice asks, how much longer before you land? Maybe 10 minutes, dude. Wow, look at the bridge. Nice. And a 747. Go Dragon says, is this live time weather? Live time no, weather yes. That's the Hoover Dam. Oh, it is too, look. Not really modelled, but they do have the bridge. Okay, Stuart, we'll see you on the ground. Well, they got it modelled, doesn't look too bad. Kane says, land on the strip. No. I think the terrain is kind of all over the place at ground level on the strip. But look at down good and low, check out the sights. Marky says, how can I join in on your next stream? It'll be on Friday, Marky, at 8 o'clock Irish time or UK time. Basically, all you need to do is select the North Europe server. Make sure you have your multiplayer set to all players, and you should be good to go. Roger asks, do they have combat in this yet? Not just yet. David Keneally's here. He asks, can other aircraft crash into you? Thankfully, no. Otherwise, we wouldn't have made it. But I'm sure there's a setting you can turn on, and they will. Danger close. Okay. We're looking good. Just past McCarran here, which is only about 5 minutes away. We have the strip that goes up alongside. Darrell O'Connor's here. He says, look at the streams, mate. Hopefully an add-on scenery for Balia Ocha Clia soon. I think relatively soon, Darrell, yeah. I'm aware of one in development. Andy Shaw says, I'm flying Rome to Cairo, Egypt, and still can't believe this game has the complete Earth to explore. It's absolutely crazy, Andy. It's insanely good. Go Dragon says, imagine if the 747 trolls that would dive bomb people if collisions were a thing. It would be glorious and awful. It would be spectacularly disastrous. Okay, holding at 8,000 feet, we can probably bring this right down now. We're going to go down to about 3,000 feet. Well, no, we'll go to 4,000 feet. VS. We're going to go for 800 feet per minute. Bring our power right back as the nose dips. Divvy asks, can we do a flip? Afraid not, my friend, but thanks for asking. Peter Lama says, Hoover Dam is disappointing. Let's hope it gets sorted in the future. Absolutely, dude. We wait in anticipation. Now you're talking. We got some lights. Vetty Fubar says we are just Sims for an advanced alien breed ahead of us by millions of years. Yeah. Miles P said, I subscribed, I'm excited. Many thanks, Miles. Appreciate the support, dude, and happy Wednesday. Rory K is here. Joystick arriving October 28th. Sigh. Don't worry, dude. Time will fly. So we have the strip just over here. As I believe that's Stuart going for his approach. Keen says, let's say you start at Moscow. Could you go anywhere in the world from there, or can you only go to a certain distance? Shortage of fuel is an exception. No, you can fly anywhere on the planet. In real time or accelerate the sim. It's getting crazy back here. These guys are kind of doing well. Okay, the frames are starting to act up a little bit. That's okay. Lights here, Murph. Oh, Zico says my game crashed just before landing. Oh, dude. I lagged out and crashed on the 747 and 26 right. Oh, dude. Let's hope we can keep the momentum moving and there's no crash. Peter Lama says, I've been to Vegas 4 times and flown over the strip in a helicopter twice at night. Nice. Vetty Fuber says, I'm new to sim aircraft games. Is this like X-Plane with better graphics? Yeah, pretty much. It has an amazing graphics engine and an amazing weather engine. And the scenery that you see is included. Stuart says, what a beautiful approach, streaming on your Discord right now. Nice, dude. I will definitely check that out. There's only one way to see Vegas. And that'd be at night. These screens are really bright. Anyone know how to turn them down? Let's see here, shall we? Menu? No. No. CDI? No. Inset? Nope. Nope. Ah, we won't worry. Okay, we have the strip out here, the right hand side. Top middle. Ha ha. Yeah, can't do much there though. Not to worry, we're good. Look at the reflections there. This is awesome. Okay, we're going to turn off our autopilot mode and go some sightseeing. What do you reckon? I don't think the Luxor has the light beam. But it still looks decent. Pizza Monster says, I really want your PC, the game looks amazing and looks like you're not having any FPS drops. Well, I managed to lower some graphics and it seems to be behaving itself. We're getting about 55. Benny says, dedication is key. Oh yeah. Okay, so we're going to do a very low fly straight down the strip, breaking every aeronautical chart there is. Couple of niggly stutters, but so far so good. I hope. Needs a little bit of work, but it's identifiable. Definitely. That was supposed to be a formation. The grey pigeons are back again. And we're going to brake high up to the right. Yeah, there's no lights on the looks there. As Rodrigo is here, Rodrigo Pinchari. Good evening to you. Hope you're keeping well. Yeah, senior's not too bad. Like, it's good enough to kind of know your way around, as Scott says there. Yeah, could be worse. Great to have you here, Rodrigo. I hope you're keeping well, my friend. Happy Wednesday. Okay, let's see what dusk looks like. Ah, we won't say no to that. And there's a stutter. Let's hope it corrects itself. I really hope it does. It just about did. We were lucky. The Mexican asks, which one should I get, the 60 or the 119? I'm just starting out. Depends what you're looking for, dude. So the standard version, you get, I was going to say 20 standard, no, 20 handcrafted airports and 20 aircraft. If you go for the premium deluxe, you get 30, so you get an extra 10. So if they have aircraft that you'd rather get, I definitely go for it. Hot Dog says, does it say anywhere which are the handcrafted airports? Yeah, so just do a search for Microsoft Flight Sim. I think it's the pre-release trailer. Or go through airports and aircraft. Well, hats off to you fellas. Amazing group flight tonight. From the Grand Canyon back down to Vegas. Some really close knit flying. You can be my wingman anytime. The Passionate Gamer says, amazing sim. Oh yeah. Keen Lafford is away. I'm off now. As always, thanks for a great stream. See you on the next flight, he says. Keen, many thanks for stopping by. Appreciate your company here tonight, my friend. And we'll see you on the next one. Stuart just found it. A PC-12. Conair 2.0, says Virgil. As we're heading off into the sunset. Really fun flying. Okay guys, I'm going to turn this guy around to the right hand side and go for a landing as I'm low on fuel. So as we go for our approach back into McCarran. Betty says my PC fan was blowing a gale when I played this. This sim will challenge the most advanced computer systems. Okay, we'll just do a visual approach here. Get ourselves back on safe ground. Ah, how is? I'm back to you now. Okay, watch our descent. We'll go 1 notch of flaps. Landing gear coming down. Eek. Steady on, Murph. Multiple landings of multiple aircraft. Easy does it. And touchdown at McCarran. Trim, what trim? You don't need to worry about trim. It's all good. Okay, bring our flaps back in. Nicely done, gents. Nicely done. Scott says, just like Osh, cleared to land, yellow spot. Man, that is definitely a place I want to go to, up to Oshkosh. Soon, someday soon. We got parking here just on this exit. Yeah, I'm fairly impressed the way the old frame's kind of held up. I was expecting kind of a stutter fest, but they behaved. Kinda, sorta, almost. We are clear of the runway. Hats off to the Baron, the TBM, the DA62, the Beach King Air. We had a couple of TBMs, I think. The crazy 747. And kind of blatant abandonism here on the ramp will do. Park and brake coming on. Get ourselves tidied up here, so landing and taxi and strobes can come off now at this stage. Fuel pumps left and right can come off. Avionics now coming off. That'll kill the transponder. Right master is now off. Mags are off. And left master is off. Nicely done. That's engines off. Our position lights turned off here now as well. Open our fuel controls. And we can close them. Yeah, throttle's good. Park and brake is on. And that kind of looks decent. Click this little button over here. And then press this little button over here. Cool. What a rush. Well, folks, there we have it. Welcome to McCarran International Airport in Las Vegas. I'm not tired at all. My thanks to everyone here in the chat. Guys, thank you so much for joining me here on a Wednesday of all nights. This is such a riot, this sim, I have to say. Yes, it's not perfect. Yes, it needs optimization. Yes, they need to fix things. But every time I stream this, I have an amazing experience. When you put that in
I didn't get that.
with your multiplayer, and be quiet, Siri. Siri wanted to talk. But once you put it in with multiplayer, you can fly with your friends. It's just absolutely amazing. So, there we have it. We're back to you on Friday at 8 PM Irish time. For those of you in the United States, best of luck. Stay safe. Be careful in this hurricane. For everyone else, in Ireland, England, I think we had Slovenia earlier on, Italy, France, New Zealand, Australia, Germany. If I forgot anywhere, do put it in the old chat, and yeah, we'll have a look at it. So, thanks a million, guys. Good night, y'all. Stay safe, and we most definitely will see you on the next one. Take care.